Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. IG-THEASIADIONNA here. I'm back with another video. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than what y'all are used to seeing from me, because I just felt like I wanted to tell y'all this story. As y'all can see from the title, it's going to be a little story time on the time that I got caught sneaking back in to the house after I had already snuck out. So if you want to see, or if you want to hear about what happened, then stay tuned and let's get into the video.
So all expectations drop them when we hit the bed. Only feelings is vibrations say
we don't need titles, boy, we can have fun. Come give it to me, promise I won't run. I'm a good girl, but for you I locked up. No feelings involved, but you might fall.
So it had to be about 2009, 2010 when this little situation happened. I was in 9th grade and I had met, okay, rewind. When I was in 9th grade, I don't know about 9th graders now, but I looked like this. Like, I looked grown. So when I first got to high school, a lot of the people, the guys that talked to me, they were older than me, obviously. So once I got to 9th grade, a few months in, I had met this one guy. We're gonna call him, I don't know, let's call him Starburst, because he used to always buy me Starburst candy like all the time. So we call him Starburst. So me and Starburst, we met, we clicked or whatever. We started talking, started getting a little bit more like serious, but we never got into a relationship because of like the age difference that me and him had. So me and Starburst, you know, we would chill or whatever at school. We never hung out outside of school just because like I was young. My mama wasn't letting me go hang out with no boys or nothing. So, and he worked, so it was like we never really hung out. The most we ever seen each other was at school, and that's it. Probably like some school events like basketball games and stuff like that. But as far as us chilling, we never did none of that kind of stuff because we didn't do it. So it got to a point where he wanted me to come to his house one time. I'm like, how the hell am I gonna do that? Like, I had already told my parents about him one time and they were like, oh hell no, he's too old for you. I told him how old he was, like an idiot, and they were like, no, it ain't happening. So I'm like, how's that gonna work? Like, how can we ever chill? So I'm not gonna put it all on him because I agree. Me and him decided, hey, okay, just sneak out or something, like, you know, figure out a way so that me and you can chill outside of just being at school. I'm like, hey, you know what? Maybe I could. Like, I agreed to it. So the plan was when my dad, when he used to go to work, it would be like 2 o'clock in the morning when he would leave. So, and I used to be up while he was going to work. Like every night, every morning when he would go to work, I would still be up, you know, like probably like on my phone or something or watching TV. So my mom would be knocked out. So that night, the first night it happened, you know, I tested it out. My dad went to work or whatever. I went down the stairs. I knew which stairs to creep over because some of them were squeaky in the house. So I made it out the front door, and I would just lock my room door because they knew that I slept with my room door closed anyways. I mean locked anyways. So I locked my room door, closed it, went downstairs, went outside, closed the front door very quietly, and locked the door. And he would come pick me up. He wouldn't pick me up right in front of my house, but he would pick me up a couple houses down because his car was really loud and we didn't want to draw any type of attention to us late at night sneaking around. So I would go walk to his little car or whatever, and we would go to his house. Now mind you, when I should have stopped was the first night that I snuck out, because the first night that I snuck out with him, we got pulled over. I think he had like I think his tag was expired, or he had like a broken tail light or tag light. It was something with the back of the car. I remember it. I'm just sitting in the freaking front seat, like, my heart was beating so fast. I'm like, oh my god, he finna go to jail. They finna call my parents. I'm finna be exposed. Like, they're gonna find out. This is the first time I ever did this. Like, what the hell? But luckily, thank God, they let him go. I don't know what they said to him. I was sitting in the car thinking of all the things, all the excuses I'm finna make up to my fucking parents. So I don't even know what the officer was saying to him, but I know it happened. He got pulled over or whatever. They didn't take him to jail. Nothing happened, so they let us go. So, you know, I spent the night at his house. He would take me home at like 4 or something in the morning. I would only stay for a couple hours because he lived really close. and I'll only stay for a couple hours and then go back home. He'll take me home like an hour before it was time for me to get up for school, and that would be that. So it became like I got real comfortable doing that, like sneaking out. So me and him got real comfortable with the whole picking me up and this and that. Like we did that a bunch of times. Like I can't even remember how many times that happened, but we got a little bit too comfortable because the time that I got caught, boy, let me tell y'all. Okay, so this specific night, that day before I snuck out, my mom told me, she was like, hey, in the morning I'm having these tile people come. They're coming to, they're gonna come redo the tile in the house. They're gonna be here like 7 o'clock in the morning. So I'm just like, okay, like it didn't really ring any bells in my head like, hey, maybe I shouldn't sneak out, but I was like, whatever. So I snuck out or whatever that night, did the same thing, locked the door, all that BS, right? And so I'm at his house. Now this specific night, I would never, whenever I would go to his house, I would never fall asleep because I was so nervous that we were gonna oversleep and then be caught like that. So I would always make my business to stay up. Regardless if he went to sleep, I would just be on my phone or something, but I made sure I was up so that I could tell him like, look, it's time for us to go, it's time for you to drop me back off, yada yada. So this specific night, I don't know why, I guess it was God trying to show me like, hey, you need to stop doing this shit. So I fell asleep like an idiot. And all I know is like right before I woke up, I hear my mom's voice telling me something. She just said my name. She was like, Asia. And that's what woke me up. So I woke up, I'm like, oh shit. And I see what time it is, already like 5:15. So I'm like sitting here pushing him like, wake up, we gotta go, you need to take me home, we overslept, da da da. So he hops out the bed, you know, put a little shirt on or whatever. He's taking forever to freaking get his little shoes on. Like he's taking forever. I'm like, bro, come on, like we gotta go. So we are speeding down to my house, right? So he drops me back off at the houses that he usually would drop me off at, because like I said, he wasn't dropping me off in front of my house. So he drops me off and I get out the car and I'm walking up to my house and I see that my room was on the front of the house. Like the front of the house, the windows, you can see my room. It was like the top window. So I'm looking up and I see that my room light is on. I'm like, oh shit, I done got caught. Somebody's in my room, I'm not there, I'm caught. Now mind you, remember how I said the tile people were coming to do the floors. So they came at 7 o'clock in the morning, which means my mom probably got up around 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. And she wouldn't, every morning when I would go to school, she wouldn't wake me up. I would be the one to wake her up because she would be taking me to school. But this specific night, she woke up early because this specific morning, she woke up early because she had to deal with these tile people. And not knowing that she was gonna sit here, wake up early and come wake me up too, or try to wake me up. So she was, this is what she told me. She said she was banging on my door, trying to wake me up, and I wasn't responding to her. She thinking that I done got kidnapped or I'm in there dead or something. And I'm just like, oh my God. So I walk up to the house, I see my room light is on, I'm like, oh shit. And then like, there's like another window in the middle of the house. And you can see like through, and you can see onto the stairs, like if anybody's walking upstairs. And I see her coming from my room, walking at the top, like running fast as fuck. I guess she was looking for me at that point because she still thinks that something happened to me. And I'm just like, oh my God, like what am I gonna do? So I turned around. First thing I said was, I ain't going home. First thing I said was, I ain't going home. I'm not gonna get caught. Like, no, like I'm probably gonna get killed. Like, I can't do this. I don't know how to face this. I can't face this. So I turned around and I'm kind of like, go back. I'm thinking that maybe he's still parked or something. Maybe he hasn't left. I look back and I see he's already like driving away like regular. And I'm like, fuck. So I turn back around and walk up to the house. And I tried to go through the garage for some reason, like I wasn't gonna get caught still. And the garage, the little pin number wasn't working. I'm like, fuck, so I have to go through the front door. So I open the door with my keys and I walk in and I see her coming. I look up and I look up and I see my sister looking down at me like, girl, you done got caught. And I just look up at her like, oh fuck. And then I see my mom, she came from like in the living room or something to the front door like, where the hell you been at? And I'm just like, if you know me, then you know like when I get in bad situations or awkward situations, I'm gonna do this. Like, I'm gonna smile. So I'm just like, I was out. And she, what you mean you was out? And I'm like, I was out with a friend. Who? And she named one of my friends. And I was just like, no, not her. And then she said, then who he was with? A boy? And I said, yeah. He just my friend though. And she was like, what the hell? What the hell you was on? I'm thinking that you gonna snuck out to go to a party or something with your little friends, and you out here with a boy being grown. Like cussing me out from A to Z. Now mind you, I'm thinking I'm gonna get tossed all up and through this house. Like, but for some reason, I guess God reached out to her like, don't do it, because she didn't even touch me. I didn't get a push, I didn't get a mush, I didn't get nothing. She ain't touched me at all. And I'll forever be thankful for that, because I'm pretty sure if she did, I probably would have ended up in the fucking hospital. But yeah, so she's yelling and screaming and all this, right? So then she remembers that the boy is 18 years old already. Now mind you, I was only 15 years old when this happened. So you see the age difference right there. So she calls him, she made me dial his number on her house phone to call him, because she wanted to cuss him out or whatever. So I'm not gonna not do it. Like, I'm gonna freaking dial that goddamn number, because I'm already in enough trouble. I ain't gonna do nothing to make her even more mad. So I dialed that number, called him, and I can hear, like, she's yelling at him like, oh, you been out here with my daughter, she's only 15 years old, you a grown-ass man, you this, you that. But it's like, when you in high school, you go to school with people, you don't look at them as being grown-ass men. Like, you look at them as like, okay, you just an older guy that goes to school with me, like, you know. So it wasn't like oh, you're nasty, you're this, you're that. Like, I didn't look at it like that. People who knew that I was kind of talking to him and stuff, they didn't look at it like that either. It's like, we're in school, you know. So it's like, you know. So she's telling him, she's like, oh, I'm gonna have your ass put in jail, I'm gonna call the police on you. And I can hear him on the fucking phone. I'm gonna have your ass put in jail, I'm a this, I'm a that. And I could hear him through the fucking phone like, no, please, please don't call the police on me, please, I'm sorry. Like, he was crying and shit and screaming, and she hung up on him. So she calls the fucking police for real, like literally. And they send Dumb and Dumber to our house. Like, some police that look like they're probably just started the job or something. They come to the house being all extra. She tells them, oh, she just got caught sneaking back in the house. She was with this 18-year-old boy, yada, 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 this and that. So they pulled me outside by myself and asking me, okay, you snuck out with a boy? And I said, yeah, I did. And then they were like, did anything happen? And I'm like, no. Then they told my mom, well, since she says nothing happened, we can't really do anything, and we don't have any proof that anything happened, so have a good day, right? So they left. She's pissed off. She calls, if you black, then you know, when something happened in your family, your mama gonna call everybody in the family, let them know. She called all my fucking sisters. She called my auntie, my godmama. She called my dad while he was at work. She called, I don't even know, she called a bunch of people and telling them, guess what Asia did? Guess what Asia just got caught doing? Guess who Asia was with? Like, telling the whole fucking world in my business. And yeah, so she tells me, at this point, it's probably like 6 o'clock in the morning now. She tells me, get your ass dressed because you're going to motherfucking school. And I'm taking you up there. So she takes me up to school. This was the last time I got dressed cute, not knowing what the hell was going to happen next. But she takes me to school, and she takes me to the office and tells them what happened, like as if they give a damn. She tells them, oh, I don't want my daughter around this person. I need y'all to keep her away from him. Yada, 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 right? That school day went by. It was really weird because me and him didn't talk at all. And I was telling my best friend, like, what happened. And she was like, damn, like, you know. So I get home, and I go upstairs to my room, and I don't have no fucking door. They took that fucking door off the hinges. She had my dad take it off the hinges, and they took my TV, they took my laptop, they took my phone. She took my phone when I walked in that damn house, which is why I had to call him off the house phone. She had took my phone. She took all my makeup. I had just got like a whole bunch of makeup for Christmas that year, and a whole bunch of like new brushes and stuff. She took all that, made me throw that in the fucking trash. And she took like all my hair products and stuff. She took all my clothes, all my shoes. She left me with like 3 big old t-shirts, like 1 pair of jeans, some basketball shorts, and some sweatpants, and some dirty ass fucking old ass shoes that I do not wear, that she knows I do not wear at all. That's what I was left with. And I had to go to school looking like a fucking bum because of that shit. I was so fucking embarrassed. Like, I did what I could to make it work, but I was just so fucking sad and stressed out. Like, it was bad. So I guess like after 2 days she felt bad and gave me my stuff back, but she didn't give me my phone back. I didn't get a phone back for a whole nother year. And yeah, like after that, like she couldn't trust me at all. Like, they were taking me to school and picking me up for like a year, and then that's when they finally started trusting me again. But a couple days later he was talking to another girl, so it's just like, you know, don't get too serious at that age. I do regret that because I wasted a lot of time and a lot of energy, and he was a very big distraction my 9th grade year because I was very distracted from like my schoolwork because of him. I'm not gonna blame it on him. Like, it was my choice to mess with him and to get involved with him, but at the end of the day, he went on with his life, I went on with my life, and nothing in between that matters anymore. And I really wish I didn't do that to myself because a whole year I went with no phone. I couldn't go nowhere. I was stuck in the house every freaking weekend because they did not trust me to go anywhere because they thought that I was doing whatever. So it's just like, don't risk, you know, I could have got into a lot of trouble. I could have got, you know, into a car accident with this boy. Like, he could have actually went to jail, and then something even worse could have happened. Like, all types of bad things could have happened and dangerous things, and it's just too much stuff going on in this world for people to do that kind of stuff willingly and not think. And that's what I was doing back then. I wasn't thinking, I was just thinking about having fun. But as I grew and got older, I realized like that was stupid as hell of me to do, and I would not advise anybody do that. Like, that's freaking crazy. I can't even believe I did that shit. Like, but it is what it is. I'm grown now. I grew up from it, and yeah. So let me know what you guys thought about this story. Let me know if you guys have any sneaking in, sneaking out stories, or you know, if you guys can relate in the comments below. Hit me up on social media, on Snapchat, Asia.Dionna, Instagram, the Asia-Dionna. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate all of you guys, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.